Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ithaca, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC. And I tell you what, it's a warm one here tonight as we look forward to opening ball game. Standing to my right side is Scott Peterson, once again helping out here. We were able to somehow, we must have done the right thing last year, that very last game, Scott, that you just said, yeah, I'll come back. So thanks for being here, Scott.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it that last game last year. It was a lot of fun.
It really was. I enjoyed it immensely, and to be able to work together and see what's coming up the next 9 weeks, I guess we can say. We really look forward to a pretty good season here with the Cashton Eagles.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen tonight, how they're going to play. They were 6-1 in the spring. It should be kind of a continuation of how well they did this spring. Most of the offense is back, missing the right tackle, but that's it. So, and the fullback too, we're missing.
Right.
Those two are seniors.
They only lost 3 seniors.
Yeah. Well,
or was it a little more than that?
There might have been like 6.
6.
Defensively is where they had a lot of losses.
Right. Ithaca lost only 3 seniors.
Okay.
And Cashton maybe 6 or so. So really bringing back a whole bunch of people.
Yes.
These two teams, Scott, are thought of very highly in their own separate conferences. How do you kind of see something like this coming up tonight?
Well, Ithaca is they're just every year they're just a machine. They, I don't know if they go undefeated or lose one in the regular season, and then they make it to the playoffs, and they usually make 2 or 3 games deep in the playoffs. So, I'm expecting the same thing from them this year. They're gonna come out strong.
I date myself on this one, okay? But I'm going to have to brag about that 74 season. We lost our first 2 games, and they were non-conference games, and then we reeled off 7 straight and to win the conference championship. And 2 years prior to that, they had won the conference championship. We were, my junior year, we were just over 500, and then we came back strong to win the conference. So, sometimes you just need that year of maturity, and these two teams, I guess, here's what I'm going to say. When I'm talking about that year of maturity, that's what we needed in that 74 season, and then beyond that, they like you said, they were pretty solid. Is Cashton one of those that needs one more year of maturity, or are they there, do you think?
Well, we're going to find out here these next 3 games. We can't hang too much on tonight's game, whether they win or lose. That's not going to shape their season.
You're right.
But we're going to have to get 3-4 games in,
sure,
and see where they're at that point.
Yeah. They're still young.
They are, and they are, and it was kind of one of those things where I didn't think Cashton had that many seniors, and then I went to the end of the season awards banquet, and they had all the seniors up there.
Oh, wow.
And, it was pretty much a lot of their defense.
Man. So
that's what I'm curious, James Harder,
yes.
Ethan Anderson, those 2 guys.
Playmakers
were, so, we're going to have to fill those shoes.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm curious about.
Right.
So.
Interesting with that, yeah. I had a chance to talk to head coach Chad Clary, and then also a chance to talk with Jared Hemmersbach. Why don't we listen in, if I can, hopefully I got everything working properly here. Let's listen in and see what head coach Chad Clary of the Ithaca Bulldogs had to say about his team and tonight's ball game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ithaca, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC. With me, head coach Chad Clary of the Ithaca Bulldogs. And Chad, thanks for taking a moment out of your time. I know it's always busy. It's the first game of the year. How are things shaping up right now?
Well, I think they're going really well. The boys are really excited to get the season going, and it's good that we're going to play a really tough opponent in Cashton.
Taking a look, last year you only played 4 games and you went 3-1. What was your assessment of last year's record and unfortunate a short season, we'll say?
Yeah, it was unfortunate for the short season. However, we did get to play some good teams, and we did lose to Highland, who went undefeated for the whole season. So I was pretty proud of our team. It's odd that we had a 3-week session where we didn't practice and didn't play because of the COVID issues. And so I thought our kids did very well to stay composed, and we made the best of the season that we could.
You have had, you talk about Highland having a good program. You've had a great program too, Chad, and congratulations for that. Talk a little bit about this year's team, and maybe going back a week, how did things go at that scrimmage at Richland Center?
Yeah, I thought the scrimmage went very well. I think we are going to be a nice physical football team with 14 seniors leading the way. So when you have 14 seniors in a small school, your expectations are high. And the nice thing is that we are fortunate enough to have a tough schedule. So Cashton has a really outstanding team. I saw them scrimmage last week, and you know they're wearing practice jerseys, and every kid they put out there was very talented. And it's like, holy cats, they don't drop off at all. And so this is a good game for us. And then our next week's game against Potosi-Castile is another highly ranked team. So, you know, our 14 seniors and the rest of the team have their work cut out for them. Yeah.
So when you set up, do you set up the schedule for the following year, or is that something you and Zach work together on?
Yeah, we work together on it, although we've been playing Cashton week 1 for a long time, and that's been a good rivalry, and I hope that continues, and it's fun to play them because it's going to be a tough game.
I always enjoy following the Ithaca Bulldogs, obviously with some nephews on the team and you know, being my alma mater as well, but, you know, the fact that you guys have established this great rivalry, but there's just a ton of respect going on there, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a very respectful rivalry. You know, it's going to be a tough physical game, but at the end, you shake hands and congratulate each other on the rest of the season. So, yeah, it's been fun to play Jared and his team, and it's been a good relationship.
Let's talk real quick, looking ahead, even and past Potosi. Let's look at the Ridge and Valley Conference just for a moment. What do you see in the Ridge and Valley? I mean, obviously the Bulldogs have to be one of the favorites. Who else has got to be in the running?
Yeah, Highland is definitely in the running, a very strong team, well coached. DeSoto is probably going to be very good too. They have a really good line. And that sort of goes for most of our conferences. The linemen in our league this year are very good all throughout. I haven't seen Boscoville yet, but just going from last year, they'll probably have 5 starting seniors on the line, and I thought that they did very well when we played them last year on the line. So from top to bottom, I think it's more competitive than maybe 5 years ago, where the top 2 teams were really good and everybody else was struggling. I don't see that anymore. I see, 5 to 6 teams probably able to beat somebody on any given night. So, and that makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, more fun for the fans, probably a little more nerve-wracking for you as a coach.
Yeah, but you know what? I really like playing in big games. So, and the kids enjoy that too. I think they feed off that as, I said we could be 0-2 after this first 2 weeks until we played very good football. Where, if you play somebody that is struggling right away, does that really do you any good? I don't think so. So I guess I go look at it as if we're 0-2 and we did okay, we'll be all right.
Just another quick question. It kind of popped into my head, Chad. When you look at the playoffs, you still have to be at least 500 in your league?
Yeah, the criteria is 500. I think a few teams have made it lately where they were one game below the 500 just to fill the 224 teams. But sure. Yeah, you really need to be above 500 to make sure you're in, and the 500 teams lately have made it. Yeah. But it used to be where you had to be over that 500 or else you weren't going to be in. So, and I always felt that, I've seen 2 ends of that 500 situation here at Ithaca where Maybe a couple of years we limped in just barely 500, but we had a lot of injuries. So it really didn't do our program any good. But then there was also a couple of years where getting to that 500 was a huge mark for us.
Sure.
And so getting that playoff game was big for our program.
Right.
So it works both ways.
Yeah. Well, I totally understand what you're saying when it comes to that. Final question here, Chad. What is it that you are hoping to see out of the Bulldogs tonight against the Cashton Eagles?
I'm looking to make sure that we're consistent, making sure we're using good technique on our blocking and tackling, because they're a very good team, and so we are going to have to be ready to go. One thing that we've struggled with in the past couple seasons, the first couple games, is penalties as far as false starts and jumping offside. So we've put a lot of focus on that, so I hope that it shows, but you never know until we get out there live. So,
Yeah.
But that's one thing we got to limit our penalties.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure. Chad, thank you so much for taking the time out here prior to tonight's football game. We wish you the best of luck not only tonight, but also throughout the year. I'll be watching in the paper and everything else how the Bulldogs are doing.
Yeah, well, I'll be watching your relatives pretty hard. Thank you.
Well, keep them on the straight and narrow. There we go. All right, Chad Cleary, the head coach for the Ithaca Bulldogs. We'll take a quick break and come back.
Well, there you have the interview with head coach Chad Cleary. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to play the interview with head coach Jared Hemmerspach at halftime because I talk too much. I have too many questions, I think, for the coaches. So I always tell them, 3 or 4, and then we kind of get into things, and guess what happens? So we're going to take a break here. They are about ready to have the national anthem, and so we're going to listen in for that. Our thanks going out to the Bank of Cashton, that's Scott Wall and his great crew, now in their new facility. We thank Scott. Be sure to check them out. Give them a call at 654-5121 for all of your banking and investment needs. And our thanks also going out to Bobby John's in Cashton when it comes to down-home, family-style restaurant. The place to go on Front Street is Bobby John's, thanks to Sue and her wonderful crew. Well, back we come here to tonight's broadcast. And again, thanks to all those wonderful sponsors we're going to be talking about. Here comes the Cashton Eagles. They're coming out as a team. American Family Insurance, the Phil Strand Agency, supporting today's broadcast, your STAR certified agency. Both teams, Scott, electing to come out as one, and I think that's pretty cool, to be honest with you.
I agree with you. It is a team effort, and I think that's good.
I don't mind it when they come out individually also, but this one, it just seems kind of special when they do that. It's more of a, I don't want to say team unity, but they've kind of made that decision. This is how we're going to do it, and I totally respect that. Our thanks also to ADRC. Thanks to all those fine people. Aging and Disability Resource Center, located in Vernon County, in Viroqua, by the way, 402 Courthouse Square. Learn about all of their wonderful services. And one more here. It's the Cashton Building Supply. Thanks to Kevin Kirking and Courtney Kuzi, which is CBS Designs. They kind of combine for this one for all your new building or renovation plans. They will help you out throughout that whole process, and it can be kind of daunting, but tell you what, they're great people to help out. Well, here we go with the opening kick, and Scott, who's back here for the Eagles to kick off?
Oh, I think it's Brady Hemmerschbach. Is that 12?
Yep, it is. Yep, you're right. He was their man last year.
Yeah.
Deep for the Bulldogs. This is going to be to the deep man. He fumbles the football, picks it up. This is number 23. Oh, he runs into his own man. And number 28, let's take a look here. That was Brock Nelson. He ran into Judd Scallon, and Scallon is their main man when it comes to running the football. You don't want to run into him. But that's exactly what happened. So, Scott, you want to kind of keep an eye on that defense, and I'll take a look at the offense here for the Bulldogs as Scallon, along with number 21 and Will Burnley, stand behind number 10 in Benji Clary. And we know Benji is a real good quarterback. The handoff going to be the second man through Burnley, and he'll drive forward. Picks up some pretty good yardage there.
Yeah, so we had 75 Gabe Peterson on the tackle, James Hunt, and I got to get used to these numbers here. It's a new year.
It is a new year. You're absolutely right. Jacob Hunsinger, number 80. 74, that's got to be Milsna there.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
71, the nose guard is Riley Verkin.
Okay. Clary, we might get a delay of the game here as a motion instead. Seemed like that play was taking a little bit longer than what one would like if you're Chad Clary and his crew, but somebody jumped the gun.
So the left defensive tackle, 73, Austin Culpet, and then we got 88 at left end. That is Jack Kleba. 22, Ethan Klinkner, sophomore.
Here's an inside handoff. That is, that might have been Scallon. It was number 28. Picks up about 3, maybe 4 yards on the carry.
80, Lincoln Kling came in up on the tackle. Third down here, 3rd and 10. This is a crucial play here for the defense. We got to hold them and make them punt.
Hunsinger's number 8. I had him down as 80, so thank you for that clarification. Here's the snap in a shotgun formation. He'll fire off to the far side.
Hey, there we go.
Incomplete. Through the hands of Scallon. And like you said, Scott will bring up a 4th and 10 now for the Bulldogs, and their punt team will come in. They'll bring in number 20 and Lincoln Manning, and 85 is Lucas Weitzel.
And then for Cashton returning, we got 81 Connor Butzler. He's a sophomore this year.
He did a real nice job last year as a return man, I thought.
He did. He's really fast.
Here's the punt. It's going to come over here to the near side, out of bounds. And the official will walk that back. And they're still making the call. Wow, there it is. Placed on about the, 45, 44-yard line, somewhere in there. So excellent field position here for the Cashton Eagles.
Them to 3 and out. They had a poor punt, and we gotta get some points on the board.
Yep. Well, especially when you're the away team, you want to get something established as soon as possible.
Yes, exactly.
Now Wall is under center, handoff. Dancing through the line there. It was a nifty little move. O'Neill showed some light feet on that one, Scott.
O'Neill looked really good at the scrimmage last week. He kind of, as the season went on last year, he got better and better, and he seemed to just continue on in the off season and at the scrimmage, and now this first run here. So
I've enjoyed watching Colin throughout his high school years. Already now a senior. That just doesn't seem possible.
Oh, he's a sophomore yet.
Colin is only a sophomore?
Yeah. Or a junior. I got to look here. He's a junior.
He's a junior?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Well, he seems like he's been around for 4 years.
Yeah, right.
You sure it's not a 5-year program?
That's the Cashton secret.
There you go. Okay, well, I tell you what, he is one solid player.
Yeah. So on the old line there, we got at right tackle, 77, Hank Brigham. And then 60, I believe, is Eston Schrader.
Okay.
He's a junior.
We're dropping back to pass. Has man wide open. That's O'Neill. And he'll get enough for a first down on a great catch. And he took a shot, but he was able to dive forward at the 30, just inside. So nice play there by the Eagles. Our thanks going out to the Chaseburg Farmers Union Co-op helping us out today. Thanks to John Mislevicek and all of his wonderful team out there in Cashton. Scott?
Then at center we got Alson Culpid, left guard 75, Gabe Peterson, and then 74, the left tackle is Zach Melsna.
Wall up under center, dropping back, looking again. He'll fire downfield. It's caught, and right up the middle on a nice catch. And picking up about 5 extra yards on the carry.
Dylan Byer was the catch.
Tell you what, he had a wonderful season last year, too. He kind of was a marked man, but he did a great job with it.
You know, when they talk about wingspan, he's got the wingspan.
He does, doesn't he?
He does.
Well, he stands, what, about 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, right. And then he's got the long arms besides. So
he's a 7-footer out there.
Yeah.
And here we go now. It's a 1st and 10 as the Eagles putting on a drive that started on about the 44-yard line. Here's a carry. This is Hemmersbach. Tries to dance to the outside, and he's brought down quickly over there. That was, looked like that was number 50 for the Bulldogs in Caleb Marchwick getting in on the play. On that defensive end on that far side. That might have been number 40. I want to say it was 49 and Matthew Rowe. And on this side is 55 and Jacob Manning. I'll probably be watching him a little bit. Here's a pass going downfield, and it's going to be incomplete.
He had a hand on it, but it was a tough catch. So 55 is your nephew?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And number 20. So if you see 20 out there, that's the other one. That's the younger one. That's Lincoln.
Okay.
But Jacob is a senior now.
Good.
Hard to believe.
He looks like a guy who would like to get rid of after this year. Sorry, Ithaca. But he looks like a beast out there.
Tell you what, he was fun to watch in wrestling, too.
Oh, okay.
Made the state tournament. So,
wow.
Yeah. The only wrestler for Ithaca last year.
Yeah, okay.
Here is O'Neill with the carry. And he is going to be met there by Jacob and a crew from Ithaca.
Well, now we got interesting situation. 4th down. You kind of got to go for it at this point. A little bit out of the field goal kicker's range.
Uh-huh. Well, and they're bringing in Byer now. And split him out to the far side. Wall. I formation. He'll turn. Fakes the handoff. Now fires downfield. This is going to be intercepted. Incomplete. Now, he had it and dropped it. Maybe that's why.
Maybe it was.
If he intercepted it, though, they would have actually gained about almost 10 yards.
Because he was in the end zone, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So it would have been a touchback.
That was Burnley, if I remember right. Yeah, Will Burnley, who had it in his hands and then it slipped through. So the Bulldogs will take over on downs.
Defense here.
They'll come back up to the line of scrimmage. Our thanks going out to Cashton Farm Supply since 1984. Ernie Peterson and his fine team focused on organic feed manufacturing and much more. Here's the snap to turn the handoff. Look out. This is Scallon, still on his feet, rumbling down the field, and finally tossed down at about the 40-yard line.
So we got a flag on. I'm not sure. I didn't see what it is.
Okay. We'll wait for that one. Boy, I tell you what, that's what Scallon can do, though. We'll kind of pan back here a little bit. It's going to be a first down. It must have been against the... Oh, a warning on the Bulldogs.
Oh, they were
too close to the...
too close.
Yeah. There's this, if you take a look here, folks, you see that white line right there. You got to stand, the team has to stand behind that white line, and they were pretty excited on that run, and they all kind of moved forward right on the sideline. So got to be careful with that one. So a 1st and 10 on the 40. The snap here, Scallon again. He's hit right away. That's Burnley. Check it.
We had a tackle by 75, Gabe Peterson there.
That was a nice tackle, Scott. He lowered his shoulder and just put it right in the thighs.
Yes, exactly.
Now, that's a nephew?
It is a nephew.
Okay.
He's a senior this year.
He is, huh?
Yep.
Well, he seems like he's been around a while, too.
Yeah. he started at left tackle as a freshman and then played both ways ever since.
Isn't that something? Yeah. Here's the handoff. Scallon up the middle, and he's going to be pulled back very close to the first down. They're going to be about a couple of yards short, though. And in there on the tackle, that was number 21 in James Hunt coming up to help out. Byer was in there as well, I believe.
Yeah, James Hunt, he's a senior. He's been a good part. And Dylan Byer, 17, he's a senior as well. So.
Hunt just looks like he's just a little powerhouse, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
Here's a turn, the handoff. Inside handoff is going to be a first down as stumbling forward, kept that motion going, and that'll be a big run there of about 8, maybe 9 yards. And I believe that was Scallon again. They're going to go to that young man a bunch.
Yeah, that Ithaca's got a big line.
They really do. Well, Marchwick was, he's a wrestler. I mean, so many of these guys I know from, just being obviously with the nephew a little bit.
Sure.
And, they got some unity. Let's see what happens here on the carry. Burnley gets stacked up and pushed backwards. James Hunt is in there. You got to love that young man.
James plays with a little fire.
He does.
Which is what you definitely need on defense.
Well, you can't, you can never stop, it seems like, with the defense.
No.
Bulldogs are going to bring in Lincoln Manning. He'll split, be in the slot out to the side, and coming out of the ball game was Chase Keller. And we'll see what we have here. Hard count coming. Now the snap, the pitch to the outside. Scallon turns upfield, and boy, he's met. But look at that power, Scott.
Yeah. Gained 2-3 yards falling forward there.
He kind of spun out of that one tackle, and I think that might have been, I want to say that was 71 in Verkin with the initial hit.
Yes. All right, here we go. 3rd and 3. Defense, we got to do some more.
4 minutes remaining in this quarter. It's time for a stop here if you're an Eagle fan. Good snap, and Scallon bounces off one. He pushes a man away from behind and picks up the first down off that right side over there. Let's take a look here. That's on that right side. That's Jacob Manning as the right guard, and 57 in Sawyer Simpson is the right tackle, opening up that hole. Here's the snap, the handoff. There's going to be a nice stop.
Hey, there we go. Esden Schrader gets in there.
He really did a great job with that one as he bust through. I don't know if there was a guard pulling or what happened, but somebody forgot to pick him up.
Yeah.
And he made plenty of use on that one. So a loss on the play of a couple of yards brings up a 2nd and 12. Burnley, the deep man. Clary, the quarterback. Scallon, the up. The turn is going to be a pass play. Looking downfield, there's the throw, and it is caught. What a catch out there.
That was a beautiful catch. Wow.
Yeah, Chase Keller out there with the grab. Boy, I tell you what. I couldn't even see him. He was shadowed pretty well by the defender, and then all of a sudden, Chase came out of nowhere, it seemed like.
Yes, exactly.
I'm going to move the camera just a little bit your way, Scott, so we'll try and get an angle in case they go into this coffin corner here to our left. Here's the snap. Scallon with the carry. And, wow, he worked his way through that line of scrimmage and is in for the score. From 9 yards out, the Bulldogs strike first. I didn't even see how he got through that line there, Scott.
No, it looked like it was off tackle, and it sure didn't take him very long to get to the end zone.
That was kind of a great call for the Bulldogs, as Scallon with a lot of power. Talking with the nephews a little bit, and that's one of the things they said was, you kind of got with Burnley and Scallon, you kind of got that interesting mix. Here's a carry now by Burnley, and he is going to be shy of the 2-point conversion, dropped at the 1. So with Burnley and Scallon, it's kind of like that power, and then you got the speed and that kind of that shiftiness.
A little thunder and lightning
there. You go. I knew there was a term. Thank you. Yes, that's what it is, thunder and lightning. Well, they showed that right now, as with 2:40 to go here. We'll take a timeout ourselves and be back with more here. 2:40 left in quarter number 1. It's 6-0, and it's the Bulldogs coming up first with the score. Come here, and again, the Bulldogs striking first. Our thanks going out to Coon Valley Telecommunications, where you're watching on their Channel 14, serving Coon Valley, Chaseburg, and the Stoddard communities. And our thanks to Culver's of Viroqua. Stop in there and enjoy any and all of their butter burgers, their concrete mixers. I tell you what, they have a flavor of the day each and every day. And finally, our thanks to Embroidery and More for all your embroidery needs, screen printing and commercial sewing, embroidery, heat transfer, and you name it. That's Embroidery and More in Westby. Here we go with the approach, and who do we have deep here, Scott?
Brett Hemmerspach and Connor Butzler. And I think Colin,
Oh boy, look at this. Heading down the field, and a great return.
Ethan Klinkner.
He went down that field. He picked up the ball maybe around the 20, and he just scooted down that sideline in a fantastic run back of about 40, 45 yards here for the Eagles. And again, another great start here for Cashton.
Yeah, that was a great return. He's only a sophomore, and but he plays like a senior. He's got that wild man mentality, so we're going to be calling his name a lot these next 3 seasons.
Oh, I would agree with you there. He's a good one. Here's the snap. Wall dropping back. He'll fire. Has his man and then dropped it. And the official got taken out as well.
So we got Hunsiger at quarterback.
Oh,
Wall,
excuse me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So Alec Wall, hurt his shoulder, second game of the season last year.
Right.
Going through rehab this summer. Everything was going good. And then the last weekend, summer league basketball.
Yeah.
He went up to reached up for a rebound.
No.
And it popped out again.
Oh, my goodness.
So he's
shelved.
If he makes it back, it's going to be late in the season.
Oh, man. Well, Hunsinger, I tell you what, I thought Jacob did a terrific job last year. I mean, he did an amazing job, I thought, at quarterback. He drops back. Now he's under pressure, and down he goes. It was Manning in there on the tackle, He also had some help. That was big number 67 in Cortez Kleinsasser. And there was another one in there,
Number
too.
50. Who is 50?
Is Caleb Marchwick. Yeah, those are 3 big boys. So a big defensive play there for the Bulldogs. And it brings up a 3rd and 15 now. Thanks going out to Evinger's Equipment Sales and Service on the north side of Viroqua. Thanks to Mark and his family, featuring your steel, chainsaws, and much more. Country Clipper lawnmowers. Here's a problem there, and going down, that is Manning once again. Jacob Manning all over Jacob Hunsinger. Now, those are my 2 favorite Jacobs. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, that Jacob Manning sure is a beast out there, isn't he?
Well, I tell you what.
What weight did he wrestle at then?
70.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's probably going to, we'll see where he's at this year, but I have a feeling he's going to be a little bit bigger. But that was a real nice play. Now back in punt formation. Here's a kick. It's low. Taking a Cashton bounce. It's going to go all the way down. Stop at the 15-yard line.
So we got 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Ithaca's up 6-0.
When I say, and I mean this sincerely, when I say those are my 2 favorite Jacobs, because Jacob Hunsinger is just a great, great young man. I always enjoy talking with him. He's very humble, just down to earth as can be, and of course, my nephew Jacob Manning. I just get such a kick out of talking with him about different things, and he has just a good feel for what needs to be done out there. Pretty team-oriented.
Yeah, so we had James Hunt came in from the right outside linebacker for the tackle, and Zach Melsna was in on that. So
Milsna can be a bit of a animal himself.
He is. He's another beast.
I saw him last year. I don't know if you. I know you were at the game where he was. I'm trying to remember. Was that Royal or where was he? He reached up with one hand and intercepted a pass.
Oh yeah, I don't remember that where it was, but yeah.
Oh, it was unbelievable. I want to say it was Royal, but I could be off on that. Here's the second play, and a nice job by Hunt coming in on the tackle, meeting Burnley at about the 20. Or was it at the line of scrimmage, the 15 again there, Scott? I can't tell.
Yeah, it was at the line of scrimmage again.
Boy, he closed the gap in a hurry.
End of the first quarter.
So the end of quarter number 1. We've got a good one going here. It's 6-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. They're going to take a break. We're going to do the same as we say thanks to Gunnarsson Health, the Viroqua Clinic, where health begins with comprehensive medical care. We'll be back in a minute's time. It's time for us to get a drink of water and be ready for quarter number 2. to Ithaca, and it's a 6-0 lead. And Scott, we're talking a little bit here in between this little break. What is it that you see that kind of stands out that if you're Jared Hemmersbach, what are you telling your kids during this quarter break?
Offensively, these last few plays, when they had the ball, the offensive line just didn't hold it, didn't do a very good job of holding out the defense. You got to get the passing game going, and then that'll open up the running game here.
Sure. Here's
and
a pass.
We need an interception.
Interception here by Byer, and he's going to go in for the score.
Well, that solves the problem on the offense.
Wow.
This is a way to start the second quarter, get a little confidence back in for Cashton.
That was about a 25-yard interception. It's a pick six, and I always want to say pick six, and I finally get a chance to do that in the first game. How about that?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, that was nuts. Oops, sorry there. And just a great read by Byer.
Yeah, it was. When you get those opportunities, you got to make that interception because...
Well, Burnley had a chance down here to our right earlier in the game, and he didn't come up with it. Here's the kick for the extra point, a great booming kick. It's good by Hemmersbach. He must have been practicing over the summer.
Yeah. I would say his dad should have been making him do something.
Yeah.
If he didn't have the goalpost, some trees or against the machine shed or something on the farm.
There you go. Exactly.
And then when you got your twin brother playing on the team too, you got somebody to hold it for you.
Absolutely.
So there's no reason you shouldn't be practicing all summer. So, and it's big. It's 7-6 now. We're up by a point.
9 seconds into the quarter, and the first play of the second quarter comes up with a big TD interception by Byer of Cashton, and now the Eagles with the 1-point advantage. How about that?
I kind of noticed, when we came out of that quarter break, Cashton kind of walked out, Ithaca kind of jogged out, and now, Cashton's kind of jogging out for the kickoff.
Yep.
And Ithaca was, it's just that momentum.
That's the mind part of things.
It is.
Yeah. That's a great observation, I think. Hemmersbach will drop back to kick. And again, our thanks going out to Main Street Mobile Mart in Viroqua, your only family-owned convenience store with Synergy Mobile Fuel. Hemmersbach waits, has the whistle. Here's the approach, and it's a squibbler coming down, and it's going to be picked up and fallen on right there. It's number 57 in Simpson, and the Bulldogs will take over here, 1st and 10. Not bad field position here right now on the 32, Scott.
No, it's not. And, I kind of like that kickoff. It's a squibber. You get kind of a middle guy that just falls on it. You don't run the risk of a return. And, you give them a little bit of decent position, but...
I can remember my son picked up a squibbler kick like that, and instead of just falling on it, he really got hit hard. He got up, but you kind of go, ooh, you don't want to do that too often.
Yeah, right.
Well, we're going to get a timeout on the field. I think this timeout, was this a Bulldog timeout?
Cashton.
Cashton
they had a middle linebacker was late getting on the field.
Okay.
I don't know. It's the backup middle linebacker, so I don't know if what happened on that. It looks like maybe the Gabe Peterson is getting some shoulder pad worked on the sideline.
Okay. Well, and it gives them a chance to get some water and gives us a chance to talk about Nordic Lanes, where they're having their softball tournament going on right now tonight on the men's side. Next week we'll be down there to have co-ed championship game on Monday, and on Thursday it will be the men's championship round. A couple of games coming up both Monday and Thursday. Look forward to that. Hope you can get down there. Thanks to Scott and Sue Sordahl. Well, let's take a look here now as it's 1st and 10, 11:49 to go in the half. Here's the handoff. This is Burnley, and he'll turn the corner and come in right below us here.
Ethan Klinkner in on the tackle. you know, he's a little guy that sure plays it like a big guy.
He does.
And he's a solid tackler too.
Yes.
You know, so
His engine doesn't stop.
it doesn't.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 4 and a nice carry by Burnley. They'll split the backs behind Clary. Line is set. And it's a handoff. It's a quick hitter. And Scallon is pushed back. He got to the 40 and in a step and was driven back, met by a bunch of Eagles.
Yeah, number 70, Brian Rivera was the initial guy that made the tackle. And then Brett Hemmerschbach, number 2.
Now it's a Bulldog timeout as Coach Chad Clary wants to talk things over with his crew. We'll take a quick break ourselves. We'll say thanks, by the way, to Premier Co-op. Check out Ace Hardware in Westby for all your farm, home, and business needs. And don't forget Right Choice Construction, your number one place to go for renovation experts. Stop in at Right Choice in Westby. It's Black River Avenue. We'll take a quick break and be right back. Oh boy, I tell you what, that is a beautiful little facility over there. We got a great game going on. Let's come back to it. 10:58 to go here in the first half. It's 7-6 Cashton taking the lead on the first play of the second quarter. Dropping back to pass. Here's the throw. It's going to be caught.
Oh my.
It was in the hands and then dropped by number 23 and Brock Nelson, and he was ready to run with that football. Just a little too quickly.
Cashton got lucky there.
There was nobody around for 5 yards.
No, there wasn't.
And
all he's got to do is catch it, and even if he falls down, it's a first down,
It's-
big gain. So,
yeah. Now it's kind of a tough one here because you're 4th and 2, 4th and 3, they say.
they're going for it. They're going for it.
They trust their defense if they are not able to get the first down. Let's see what happens. The turn, the handoff is going to be Scallon. Well, he's got the first down and about 4 yards on top of that. 7-yard pickup. They needed 3, and he got 7.
Well, that was a good call by Ithaca coaches to go for it.
Kleba in there making the stop. I sure like the way he played last year, and he's already trying to, do what he can here for the Eagles. Yeah, that off-tackle carry, and you get Scallon with a little momentum, and he's hard to bring down. Here's the I formation, second man Burnley. He'll cut to the outside. He's breaking free, and he is going to be down, run out of bounds at about the 25. He might have got to the 20. We'll have to wait and see.
And we have a flag on the field.
Uh-oh.
Hopefully holding.
Yeah, it's a hold
Ithaca.
call.
Sorry, Ken. I'm cheering for Cashton. You're cheering for Ithaca. But
I'm trying to stay a little neutral.
I'm not.
And that's okay. I get that. It was funny because my one of my other nephews was like, "Oh, so who you cheering for tonight?" When I stopped in and had my folks.
Sure, yeah.
And I go, "Hey, I do my best to stay neutral, but I might say some nice things about a couple of players out there, just laughing a little bit."
Yeah.
So that was all in good fun. But it's great that they're playing. I enjoy this. It's fun to see them. This is probably my one chance for the year to see the nephews
sure.
play.
Yeah.
Because I will be following Cashton and Viroqua, for the rest of the next 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Here's the handoff, and a great play here.
Yeah. James Hunt.
Guess who?
They must have sent him on a blitz because he got there in a heck of a hurry, didn't he?
You're not going to bring down Scallon that easy all the time, but he never had a chance to get ahead of steam up.
No, he didn't.
So that was a great defensive call. Who's the defensive coordinator for Cashton?
Steve Hunsiger.
Oh, Steve is.
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he called that one on the knot.
He did.
That was good.
Boy, that holding call sure hurt Ithaca.
It really did. Not to mention the drop pass.
Yeah.
Here's a snap. Dropping back. He's got his man open here. Oh, wide open. Look at this. There's a big hit, but not before the first down over there. 7 and Colin O'Neill with the tackle. Boy, he put a pop on Scallon.
He sure did. I think they both put a pop on each other.
Yes, they did, didn't they? Well, there's two solid young men. And a good little outlet pass here. It was a kind of a safety valve pass in my book.
Yeah, it was. A little flare out to the running back.
And he was wide open for the first down. Here is the handoff getting through the line. Look out. Here he goes. Scallon heading to the end zone for the score. A 43-yard run for Scallon of the Bulldogs. You know, he high-stepped, Scott, through that interior line, and then he shed one tackle, and he was gone.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. So a score here puts the Bulldogs back up on top. 12-7 with 9:09 to go in the half.
So Ithaca's going for 2 points. It'd be nice to get the stop here and hold them to 12 instead of get 14.
The toss, and is he in?
Yep.
He is. Wow, just out of the reach of the camera. It had to
be close, didn't it?
He got into that, and it wasn't the far corner, it was the near corner. He just did hit the pylon for the 2-point conversion. Well, let's take a quick look here. Now, as I mentioned, 9:09 remaining with the 2-point conversion. The Bulldogs regain the lead. They're up by 7, 14-7 your score. We'll be back in a moment. That's a little crazy. The tackle, no gain. That was Jacob Manning once again in there on the stop, getting some help from a couple of his teammates, but he looked like he made the initial smack. And it's 2nd and 10. No gain on the play. Hunsinger will hand off, and here is the run. Nice run.
Connor Butzler on the run there. He's probably the fastest guy on the team.
Well, he shows some quick feet right there. I got to like that little sprint. Picks up 7. 3rd and 3. $8:03 to go. We'll bring you Jared Hemmersbach's interview at the half since we were a little long-winded. I didn't start soon enough. Here's Hunsinger. Nice pass and a great catch over there. A tackle defensively over there. Let's see who that was.
Lincoln Kling.
Kling, okay.
Yeah, he's got some smooth hands, doesn't he?
He
Soft
does.
hands.
Chase Keller in on the tackle. You know, Kling had some huge catches last year.
He did.
In that spring season. Yeah,
he did.
He really came into his own.
You know, I would say the whole passing attack last year kind of was a surprise. You go to your second-string quarterback, and then the receivers, you know, Kleba and Kling and Beyer all stepped up.
Here is the handoff and a nice run off tackle here on the near side. O'Neal coming up with at least 5, maybe 6 yards, brings up a 2nd and 4. Well, you know, going back to that thought that you just had, Scott, Jacob Hunsinger, you know, kind of unknown in a sense at quarterback,
he
right?
was, yes.
Yeah. So, but he's a very smart young man, and he knows the game.
Yes, yeah. That's, you know, you always like smart players on the field, you know.
Here is the quarterback in Hunsinger up under center. He turns. He's looking downfield. Here's an out pattern. And what a one-handed catch over there by Kling. Holy cow. Now, if we were on the other side, that'd have been perfect.
Yeah, it would have been exactly.
Top 10.
You sure would like to see him, though. He catches it and then get it switched to the outside hand running the ball.
Yes.
He did. You just run a chance of getting it poked out there.
Right. But the big part was there was nobody around him.
Yes.
I mean, really, he had a nice, he had like a 2-step lead on anybody.
Exactly.
But, what a grab. 1st and 10 now, 6:38 as he was run out of bounds. Here is Hemmerspach, and he'll dive forward.
We're Cashton offense is getting something going here now.
They're kind of working on this left side, aren't they?
And that's where they've got the experience from last year.
Sure.
The left guard and left tackle, Zach Melston, Gabe Peterson.
I was going to say, you got two big boys there that they know what they're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
They know their role now.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what happens on a 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff, trying to get to the outside. And, good pursuit here.
Looks like we got holding on the offensive line somewhere.
Oh, okay. Burnley in there along with Keller and Scallon over there as well to slow things down. But, Scott, I think you had the right call, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know who it was. I guess it doesn't really matter. It's a call. So
that's a tough one there.
It is.
He had picked up maybe a couple yards on that, so they'll come back and drop it back 10.
I don't know. Getting pushed back 10 yards on those, that always seems a little severe to me.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
I guess that's the rules. Well, but they're pretty much a drive killer.
Yeah, right. I agree. Let's see what the Eagles can do. Hunsinger under some pressure. He throws, puts it up in the air. Look out. It is intercepted. Coming up with the interception here. And I don't know if that was Keller or who that was. I saw no, it wasn't Keller.
23, I think.
23, okay. That is Brock Nelson, who dropped that one potential catch out here. Well, he made up for it there with the interception.
So 5:31 left in the second quarter. Ithaca 14, Cashton 7.
Ithaca coming up with the interception here. And we'll take over on downs here. Going to get a timeout. As on the timeout, I believe that was a Cashton timeout. We'll take a break ourselves and come back here as Scott Peterson mentioned, 14-7, Ithaca out in front. Bulldogs with the ball, 1st and 10. They placed it on the 29, Scott. Quick outlet pass here. And just that quick hitter to Keller.
Nice solid tackle by Brett Hemmerspach there. That's what you like to see. Oh, Ithaca's going with a hurry offense here.
Trying to catch the Eagles off guard a little bit, maybe?
Yeah.
Inside handoff, Scallon breaks through. He'll pick up about 5. And he's going to be awfully close to the first down.
Tackle by Austin Culpet and Ethan Klinkner.
A lot of these players for Cashton, we were talking kind of in between some of these timeouts, and I really, I mentioned to you, Scott, that I enjoyed doing all those 7 games last year for during the spring football season with Cashton. Yeah, you really get to the point where you admire how hard these kids work.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Culpet, one of those. Here's Scallon, and oh boy, look at this. They stand him up right away.
I think Austin, or 70, Brian Rivera, I think.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. He just wasn't going to let him spin or anything. I think he wrapped his arms around him and said, let's dance.
Yeah. It's a little too early for prom yet.
Yeah. But Scallon, I mean, there was nothing he could do.
No.
Well, let's take a look now at 2nd and 12, a loss of a couple of yards. Here is going to be a run off tackle, and that's Scallon again, running into Hemmerspach.
Yeah, Brett Hemmerspach and Klinkner. 2 sophomores on the field making the tackle.
You know, those guys got such valuable playing time last year.
They did, yeah.
You know, as freshmen, that's nuts when you think about that.
You know, Cashton rotated a lot of players through last year, and I really think that helped in the fourth quarter.
Here's a pass play. It's going to be a safety pass. Oh, nice job there by Hemmerspach coming up, laying the hit on Scallon, and the ball went up and over the top, incomplete.
So, what, 4th and about 6 here?
Yeah.
I guess, you know, being that Cashton hasn't done much on offensively, you know, I think it's probably safe. Well, they are going to punt.
I was wondering myself what they might do, but...
you know, with 3:42, there's no... you really don't want to give Cashton a short field.
Right.
And, you know, at the 40, 45 here, let's punt it.
Here's a nice punt. Butzler, he's going to back away, tells everybody to get away, and the ball will take the bounce and stop. Looks like that's inside the 20. They'll mark it maybe at, what, about the 18?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. We'll take a look here in just a moment as they bring the chains down.
You know, but you would have saved 10 yards. You know, but you know, a short punt like that, it's tough.
It is, I agree. Because, you know, if that thing hits your shoulder pad,
yes,
who knows where it's going to go.
Exactly.
Our thanks going on. Let's take a look at those sponsors. Scenic Bluffs Community Health Care, serving Cashton, Ontario, and surrounding communities with the most up-to-date medical care for everyone. Thanks to them, 654-5100. Mary Freiberg and that wonderful team of health care givers. Here's a play. This looks to be O'Neill trying to get to the outside, and he's met quickly over there by Nelson.
That was a nice, solid tackle, wasn't
Boy, I tell you what, they ran into each other. That was a collision and a half.
You could hear it up here.
Ouch.
And that was all the way across the field.
Yeah. But, you know, those kinds of hits aren't as bad right away, it seems like, you know, because with your shoulder pads and, and your padding, both guys kind of take that absorption of the hit.
Yes, exactly.
Second down and 5. A nice 5-yard pickup by O'Neill. He gets the ball again, works his way through, off tackle. Jacob Manning in there on the stop, it looked like.
First down, that's what we need here. Got to worry a little bit about the clock, 2:43.
Well, I'm not going to live that one down. That was Lincoln Manning in on the tackle. Boy, am I going to catch it on that one. We better give credit where it's due.
Yeah, right.
Next time I see him, Uncle Ken. Hunsinger up under center here now with a new set of downs. 1st and 10. The handoff. Big time hit. O'Neill knocks somebody back on the initial hit. Again, there's a bunch of Bulldogs in there on that one. I think it was Lincoln who came in and tried to fill the gap right away. Took the initial smack in the shoulder pad. And then players on the side, it might have been 50, I think it was 51 in there in Marshall Self to come in with the stop. 2nd and 9, Hunsinger.
Here we go.
Nice grab and a nice play defensively here. That was a great catch.
Ithaca takes a timeout here.
Was that Klinkner again?
No, it was Kleba, yes.
Okay.
Yep, Kleba.
Jack was in there. Yeah, that was a nice catch. And in on the stop, I believe that was Nelson, number 23. And we'll take a little break. 2:02 remaining here in the half. 14-7 Bulldogs. All right, here we go with the play now.
Big 3rd down for Cashton here. Try to get something going before halftime.
Dropping out, this is going to be a nice grab here, enough for the 1st down. on another neat route by the Eagles.
Lincoln Kling with the catch. So nice thing here, the clock stops until the yardsticks get back in position. So you got, the clock can really take a while to get going.
That's true. 150 and counting here now. Cashton brings a player in with the call. Byer will slip to the outside. Still rather tight, though. He's not split out. Hunsinger dropping back under some pressure, and down he goes by Manning. The release was there, and Jacob slow to get up.
Well, that was a smart play by Jacob to get rid of that ball before.
Yeah, that would have been a huge loss. That would have been like a 15-yard loss. He had to get rid of it.
I'm glad it wasn't intentional grounding.
Mm-hmm. The back judge was motioning right away that it was a forward pass. It was a clean pass, so I thought that was, good call on his part.
Yeah, exactly.
I really do.
No hesitation for him.
They'll split two men out here to the near side, Butzler and O'Neill. Hunsinger catches O'Neill on the inside, and he's brought down.
Well, 3rd and 2 here, 1.5, I guess.
Tell you what, that was a nice little route, and O'Neill with some sure hands making the grab, and it's 2nd and 2. 3rd and 2. I was too quick to look at the yard marker, and they were still waiting to make the adjustments. So 3rd and 2 now, and we're going to be just under a minute on the snap of the ball. Inside handoff, and that might be enough for the first down. They're going to give it to him. Klinkner in on the carry. He snuck in underneath the defense there to pick up just enough.
Yes. So here's where I think Cashton's got to take a shot downfield, get a big chunk here. With only clock's running with 45 seconds here. So. And
again, they're going to I'm going to move the camera in anticipation that they're going to come up with something here. Here's a pass incomplete. Now a flag. That might have been defensive interference there. Somebody was right on the back of the intended receiver. Ithaca's walking away. So it is going to be pass interference. They wanted to get the ball to Kling, and somebody was riding his back.
Well, that helped Cashton, 15 yards free. But, those plays are so tough out there, too.
Yep.
It's hard on the D-back. You get a little bump, and
first down. Here we go with the throw. This is up in the air. It's going to be intercepted. Coming up with the interception, and now this is Chase Keller. He'll cut back up the middle. Oh, he took a shot. Boy. Somebody lowered the boom. Might have been Kling.
I think that was Hank Briggan,
was
77.
It Briggan? Oh, my goodness.
And Esden Schrader, both of them there.
Well, I tell you what, they just lowered that shoulder and stopped him dead in his tracks.
So you got to give, Ithaca's defensive line credit again. They got a little bit of pressure on Jacob. So it was hard to make that throw. It was a little wobbly.
Yeah, it was. I saw you right.
And set up the interception there. So,
well, let's see if the Bulldogs just take a knee here with 22 ticks left on the clock. Instead, nope, they're going to take the handoff and trying to drive forward here. Oh, they're going to pick up about 6, maybe 7 yards in Scallon once again. Now the clock continuing to run, and they're going to let the clock run out here, finish off this particular half. It's the first half of the 2021 season, and the Bulldogs will have the lead here at 14-7. Thank you. The shout out to Sleepy Hollow bringing us today's ball game. Look for that new and or used vehicle, and be sure to talk to Michelle, Levon, or any of the crew there in the 3 facilities. And of course that new facility coming up, boy, they're really making some neat headway on that we'll see everybody in there before too long. And we certainly wish the best to Steve Clement and Snowflake Ski and Golf after another torrential downpour. And boy, I tell you what, some of the film that we saw going through the chateau and all the water and dirt and mud and stuff, but we certainly wish the best to Snowflake Ski and Golf and Steve Clement here today, coming up here today. And we hope, Steve, that you'll be back up on your feet. We'll try and check out and see what's going on with you a little bit later. And our thanks to Vernon Communications bringing us today's ball game. My sincere thanks to that great crew, one of the best, if not the best. In my book, they're the best. Small technology company in the United States. No doubt in my mind, they're able to get us up and running here today for this particular broadcast. Well, Scott, if we've got if you're Chad Clary, if you're Jared Hemmerspach, you've got 14 minutes here now, roughly, maybe a little more, maybe 17, because they'll put 3 more minutes on the board
right.
when they come back out here. But when they do that, if you're the coach, let's take your football mind as a coach over the years and go into that Bulldog dugout, so to speak, we'll call it, and into their halftime huddle. What are you telling your guys if you're Coach Clary?
I think you just got to keep doing what you're doing. They've been successful at it. Mm-hmm. Offensive line's been doing a good job. They've been getting some big holes for the running backs at times. Just, and then it's the first game of the season, and I think it goes for both sides here. Just being more consistent. Maintaining the blocks, I think that's the biggest thing. Just stay where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
It's 14-7. It's a close game. I think both sides feel pretty good.
I would think so. Yeah.
There haven't been a lot of penalties, just a couple. Defense has played well on both sides. Offense has played well on both sides. I think you just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully you get a break here or there with the long pass or a long touchdown. I think the biggest key for Cashton is the offensive line, giving Jacob a little more time to throw the ball.
I'm wondering, because I think if I'm Coach Hemmerspach, I'm kind of a little nervous about maybe that last series because Jacob took a couple pretty good hits out there.
Exactly.
We don't need to lose another quarterback, right?
No, exactly.
So
and then with Dylan Byer, he's such a tall, lanky guy. If you can just get the ball close to him, you got a pretty high percentage that it's going to be a completion.
Yes.
And unfortunately, Jacobs has just been under pressure every time they tried to go to him, and that's what happened on this last interception.
Yep.
It just kind of got wobbly and underthrown.
And Kling has got, for a big guy, he's got soft hands.
He does.
You mentioned that before. I thought that was a great observation because he will get after the ball.
He will. Yeah. And then, they got the running back kind of doing a little hook, kind of flaring out, but yet coming back to the middle.
Yep.
And that worked out well. In the years past, that's always been a big play, too, for him. And you never know. You get safety to miss the tackle, and then you're off to the races.
Yeah. If you swing and miss, you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, why don't we listen in to head coach Jared Hemmerspach? We would have wanted to play this interview prior to the game, but that was a little long-winded, I guess you could say, with head coach Chad Clary. So we're going to play the interview here with Coach Hemmerspach right now. Here it is.
Welcome back to Ithaca, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC. With me now, head coach Jared Hemmerspach of the Cashton Eagles. And Jared, thanks so much for taking the time out here. My goodness, it just seems like the other day you were playing some football games.
Yeah, we were just a couple months ago, but it just, at least, right now it feels like back to normal. I mean, the way the August started, a couple weeks of practice, you had a scrimmage in there, so, and then you prep for week one. So there is some normalcy here, and we're just excited to be here.
Let's take a quick look back into that spring season, and you guys you just had a terrific season, picking up, what was it, 4 wins and 1 loss, or 5 and 1, whatever it was, but just tremendous games throughout that particular series.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we had some really fun games and excitement, and it brought a lot of excitement into the community, into the school. They were coming off a nice winter season with basketball, and we kept it going, and it was super fun, and it really set the stage for this fall, because I think there's some nice expectations for our program. We got a long ways to go, but it's fun to be kind of in that talk of contending for the conference.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about the conference in just a moment. I want to go back also. You won in those games last season, at least 2, maybe even 3 of them by 1 point or 1 possession kind of a ball game. How much does that bode well for you coming into this season?
Well, I think we learned that we learned how to win close games, and we also learned that it's 4 quarters of football in the majority of games, and so I think it was huge that we were able to not only stay in those games, but then find a way to either hold on or win it in the end. And it just builds confidence in the kids.
When we move forward now into this year, the 2021 season, and you finished up, you had a scrimmage last week. How did that scrimmage go?
It was Melman and Cashton, and I just loved it that we were able to just run a lot of plays, get a lot of kids in, have a lot of different looks. It was just us 2, so we were able to do special things of situational downs and distance, and there was no rush to just get plays off. So I liked it. I think it went well. Our kids gained a lot of experience just in that short period of time, and hopefully we carry that in tonight.
Mm-hmm. What do we know about the Bulldogs and the game tonight?
Physical, tough. Chad has just a great program. It's a program that with them and Bangor, it's just 2 programs that I've always kind of wanted to mimic and look up to, and see how they do it. He's got guys that play hard for him, good athletes, and just like I said, physical. I mean, they're going to be one of the most physical teams the whole season.
Mm-hmm. When we look at the season coming up, let's move ahead just another little step here. Knowing with the Scenic Bluffs, what are we looking at in that Scenic Bluffs conference race?
Well, I'll tell you, I think now that everything's back to kind of hopefully normal within the schools, I think the conference is so competitive. I really do believe there's not a huge drop-off with any of the teams. So I think every night you got to come and play. If you don't, I think any team in this conference can win. So it's good football, though. I think the Scenic Bluff is a good conference.
Talking with Coach Clary, and he mentioned almost the same kind of words that you just used here, Jared, in that the Ridge and Valley, very solid, very even squads throughout. That really makes for some fun football in this season.
Well, it definitely makes you get better fast, because if you don't, you're left behind. So it speeds things up. We love coming down here for this non-conference game, Ithaca. It just iron sharpens iron, and I just think that's what we need in our program right now. We got to get over this hump, and we hope tonight's that night, but eventually we will, and they're the test.
Coach Clary has a lot of respect for your program as you've been building that over the course of the last handful of years. I know you have respect for them. What is it, I'm going to ask you the final question like I asked Coach Clary, what is it that you hope to see from your Eagles tonight?
Just no quit. 4 quarters of football. As long as we go out and play hard, and we're having fun, and there's just no letdown. Whatever the score is, it is. But we know then we went out and played 100% of football, and that's all you can ask for at the end of the day. And you tip your hat to the other team if they beat you, and and you hope that you're on the other end too. So that's what I want. I want our kids to go out and have fun and enjoy this opportunity.
Yeah. Well, Jared, we want to wish you the best of luck, not only tonight, but the rest of the season. It's always a blast following the Cashton Eagles. We look forward to doing that again, another fun-filled season.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Head coach Jared Hemmersbach of the Cashton Eagles will be back.
Well, thanks again to head coach Jared Hemmersbach. We're going to take a break. As you can see, we've got about just under 6 minutes to go here, maybe a little bit longer. But we're going to take a break ourselves. We'll return with second half action with Scott Peterson and Ken Manning in just a little bit. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Stay tuned for more high school football coming up right around the corner. Ithaca, Ken Manning along with Scott Peterson as we bring you the second half action here of this non-conference football game. It's the opening game of the 2021 season. The Bulldogs set to kick off here in the second half with a 14-7 advantage. Scott, we take a look at this, talking about an advantage. This might be an advantage for Cashton coming up with the opening series, anticipating the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see what adjustments the coach has made for Cashton here, and hopefully can get a little drive going.
Here's that scribbler that you mentioned once before, and it's going to be, is this Anderson again?
Ethan Klinkner again.
Klinkner.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, he is a fireball.
He is, and he just wiggles his way through there, doesn't he?
Yeah, you're not going to get a good, clean hit on him.
No, you're not.
Not the way he's moving. That was pretty neat.
I do want to make this comment before it gets too dark. You know, I feel like we're at the Field of Dreams here with the cornfield across the way from us. And, it's just a beautiful cornfield out there, too. So. Well,
I think that's the one that my brother has been using. I know my folks have had this land up here.
They have. Okay.
They've rented this land in the past. So, it's kind of neat. Here is the opening series now for the Eagles. And that's O'Neill, Scott.
Yeah, it's a good little start, 4 yards. So we'll see if they can get that running game going here.
Opening series, as I mentioned here, our thanks going out to Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. Thanks to Amanda Huff and all of her great team, as when you're there, you're treated like family at Vernon Manor Healthcare Center. What a terrific job they continue to do. Here's a handoff. It's going to be Hemmerspach, and he gets a nice little drive with that interior line, offensive line, making a push.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 here, so it's a manageable. You know, I do think if you don't quite get the first down, do you go for it? If it's 1 yard, 2 yards,
you're in your own territory.
Yeah,
and you're down. Maybe it's early, maybe you do. We'll see. Let's see what comes up here. Oh, well, wow. O'Neill being brought down, and that was number 51 in there, and Marshall South. He blew up the line somehow, and it's a loss of about 1. Brings up a 3rd and 4 now, 4th and 4, excuse me.
4th and a long 4.
Boy, that is too. You're right. That is a tough one.
Well, we'll see what's going on here.
Hunsinger dropping back. He looks downfield. He has his man. Is caught. And that's enough. That should be enough for a first down.
Oh, slow to get up here. I think that was...
I don't know if that was hard to say who that was.
I wonder if it was King or Kling.
Kling, it might have been. Well, let's take a timeout as they come over to check him out. We'll do the same. We'll turn everything off here, and we'll see how things come along here in just a moment. He jumped up under his own power and jogged off the field.
Yeah, it was a kind of a rapid jog, too. So.
Here's Hunsinger. He's going downfield. He has his man wide open. That's Beyer with a nice grab.
There again, Jacob had time here. When he's got time, he will deliver for you.
He has got...
He's like UPS or FedEx, one of those.
One of them. He's got a great arm.
Yeah,
he really does. That's a good one. I like that. Well, the fact of the matter is, like you said, too, you get it close enough to Beyer, and he's going to make some things happen.
He will.
And he did a great job with that catch. And then he had the presence of mind to be able to turn, and he picked up probably another 4 or 5 yards easily.
Yes.
From deep in Bulldog territory now, a handoff, O'Neal. Not going to get much on that one.
No. Maybe about 6 inches, it looks like.
Yeah, that interior line really coming up strong. Vernon Electric, your Touchstone Energy cooperative, helping us out today. They continue to do a tremendous job when it comes to affordable electrical energy. Out there, Sogstead Road. Here's Hunsinger early. Took a shot, bounces off to his left, and dives forward. He got some positive yardage out of it there, Scott.
Yeah, it turned out somewhat okay. It looked like there was some sort of confusion.
Yeah.
He turned to hand the ball off, and nobody was there. So.
And I wonder too if the fact that, like you said, nobody was there, but that interior defensive line kind of came up quickly too.
You look across that D-line, and they're all big boys, aren't they?
They are. My goodness. You don't get that kind of size in high school very often.
No, you don't.
And Cashton's not small either. I mean, they got some solid guys. Here's O'Neal talking about solid with a solid run for a first down.
And that's where Cashton, they are young on the line. They only have one senior, and then a junior and 3 sophomores, and
that's, boy, what are they going to be like down the road? That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I'm stand corrected. He's just short of the first down by about 6 inches here. 4th and very, very short. Hunsinger, let's see if he keeps it. No, he's going to turn, hand off. Oh, man.
Gee.
Somebody blew that one up. That was 50 making the initial hit. Marchwick, was it? It was Caleb Marchwick. He came in and just blew that one right up.
Well, that was a missed opportunity for Cashton, that you'd like to see. There again, Ithaca 14 seniors, Cashton a little bit less. I think that was the difference.
Yeah.
The line.
They really raised up.
Yeah.
You're right. Well, deep in their own territory now, and now we're going to get a flag over here. Not sure what the call is. Too many players? Or an illegal substitution, maybe. It might have been an illegal substitution there. So they're bounced back half the distance to the goal line. It's going to be 1st and 10. Check that, 1st and about 13 on the 2. Here's a handoff, trying to move forward here, following that scrum in the line. Rivera, is it Rivera, number 70?
Yes, it is.
He was the plug right there. He really put the old shoulder pads in there. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10 now as they got back to the original line of scrimmage, and I have no clue who was running the ball.
It's hard to see from here, isn't it?
Here's a handoff. This might be Scallon. It is. Over tackle on that right side. He's going to pick up about almost 5. They're going to give him 5. That was quite the little jaunt. That was nothing but power there, Scott.
No, I agree with you.
Thanks to Vernon Memorial Healthcare, VMH, so much care, so close. We appreciate their wonderful support, continued support. Check out their website for all kinds of healthy ideas.
So here's a big play for Cashton. Sure would like to see him go and force a 4th down.
Quick little flare pass. Burnley not going anywhere. In there was 21 in Hunt. Kling back in there.
So I did see something interesting here in the back of the end zone off the field. Zach Mouse, the 74, looks like he was trying to work some bugs out.
Oh.
I see he's coming back to the sideline now with the athletic trainer. So
okay. Here's a punt situation, and nearly blocked in there. Somebody got in there. It was blocked. It's going to somehow move forward, and it'll be down by Marshwick.
Just barely got a piece of it.
Got the fingertips on it.
Yeah, I saw the ref doing the fingertips.
Wow, I missed that. So, well, there was a lot of pressure there, and I don't know who that was, but that was a great play. And
I think it was Jack Kleba.
Ah, okay. I think you're right, because I did see an 8 go through there, and he's number 80, right?
88.
88,
yep.
Okay. Well, that was close. There was 2 8s in there.
Yeah, exactly. You're seeing double, Ken.
I'm seeing double, yeah. Well, let's take a break here. 6:20 to go in quarter number 3. Well, back we come here. And again, Cashton, Scott, with great field position here. And a quick whistle. Oh, illegal procedure here.
Yeah. So I do see 71, Riley Verkin, is in at left tackle.
Okay.
For Zach Mouse, the 74. So
he's over there by the sideline. No, he's right by coach.
I think he's pleading his case to come back in. It's not that's the nice thing with Zach. It's not very hard to find him.
No, that's true.
You just look for the biggest guy over there.
Oh my goodness, he's a big young man.
He is.
And he seems like a pretty mild-mannered kind of guy.
He is, yeah. He's got a great personality off the field, too. So
here we are with Hunsinger. He's going to turn hands off. O'Neill trying to dance his way through the line, and all of a sudden he squirts forward for another 4 yards. He's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and we got somebody else down. And we're going to just move the camera over here to the clock, and we'll take a little break as we have another injury on the field.
Hank Brigham at the right tackle there. Zach Mouse is back in at left tackle.
Here's the handoff. It's going to be O'Neill. Oh, a lot of running room here. Look at that young man go. All the way down and inside. Is he in for the score? Or he's just out of bounds.
Boy, they broke that, didn't they?
When he turned that corner, I thought, here he goes. And he was just about a yard or so short of that goal line.
First and goal for Cashton.
But he showed a sprint of speed.
He does. He went out for track last spring. And he does seem to have that top gear this year that he maybe didn't have as much last year.
Oh, sure.
I mean, he gets around the corner now, and he's gone.
You better hope you get him before the turn.
Yes.
Hunsinger up under center here in the first and goal. They're going to pitch the ball over here to O'Neill, and he'll drive forward, and he's going to be short. In fact, the ball was placed actually on the 5, so he picked up maybe a yard, or he got back to the line of scrimmage. It's a second and goal on the 4. Our thanks going out to those sponsors. How about the VFW of Viroqua? Thanks to Eric Sherry and all the great crew over there. Hey, tomorrow night, folks, stop in and try some of that Friday night fish and then head up to the football game. Here's a pass over the middle, and it's caught.
Jack Kleba. Boy, he was wide open, wasn't he?
There was nobody around.
You know, and that's great coaching by Cashton. The last time they got down here, you know, they were Ithaca just sold out on the defense, and brought everybody.
Yep, they did.
Well, now Cashton does the little pop pass.
Yeah.
And he was wide open.
We always called that a basketball pass.
Okay.
They never passed it to me because I was a wrestler.
You should have.
I plead my case, but it didn't matter. No.
We got to rename that play for
really?
you.
Here's the snap and a kick. It bounces up over, but we got 2 flags, so now we got to wait and see.
Against Cashton.
Oh, they're going to bring it back 5 yards, I bet. Yeah, illegal motion here on the Eagles. It hit the crossbar and got over the top for the extra point. Was good, but it's going to be nullified by the penalty. He had just enough on it. Did Hemmerspach. Now, is this Brett?
It's Brady.
Oh, Brady,
Yep.
okay. So Brady will try again.
And he's getting better. You know, I think this is still makeable for him.
I agree. Just got to get underneath it.
Yep.
Nice kick, and it is short this time, though.
Yep.
Just couldn't quite get the length on that one. It was a good little spin, but unfortunately, it fell short of the crossbar. Well, 5:07 remaining here in quarter number 3. The game slowed down a little bit, but still a great contest. We're within a point of each other now. 14-13, Ithaca with the lead. We'll be right back. Kickoff now. As we come back, it's a high kick. It's going to be short and dropped.
Here we go.
Now picked up. That's going to be, that might have been Keller.
Ethan Klinkner on the tackle.
Oh, that's not surprising.
It isn't. For a sophomore, too.
Yeah.
He is just solid.
He is. That was Brock Nelson, 23, who came up from behind and got to the football and tried to break to the outside before Klinkner was able to make the stop. But pretty good field position here. Ball placed on the 30-ish. Thanks to the Viroqua Booster Club and Carl Zuby and his great crew helping us out today as we're going to get a timeout. This timeout is going to be assessed to the Cashton Eagles. We'll do the same, 14-13 with 5:03 remaining here in quarter number 3. I don't know if that's the first or the second timeout by Cashton, but I think both teams might have used a timeout. Here's the handoff off tackle and a good carry.
Jack Kleba and Brett Hemmerspach in on the tackles there.
Okay. Scallon with the run. Picks up 5. You know, in my younger days when I started doing this, Scott, I kept track of everything on a tablet and then, you know, each play and stuff. And, man, it just got to be exhausting trying to do that. So
I can imagine.
Here's a handoff. Scallon once again, and a nice job over there defensively by good old number 88.
Jack Kleba, and I think Brian Rivera was in on it,
yeah.
too. So.
Kleba just knifed in there from his defensive end situation and cut him down. Couple yards on the carry, brings up 3rd and 2. Clary turns, hands off, the line pushing forward, and it's going to be a first down. Yeah, just enough on that one. It was like they had on the board 3rd and 3, and I thought, that's less than 3 yards.
Yeah, yes.
But he must have got 3 yards because he has the first down. 1st and 10 now. The ball right on the 40 of the Bulldogs, trying to get into Cashton territory here. And they're looking for a score as it's now 14-13. Shotgun formation, ball up in the air. And
Oh, hey, here we go.
There's a fumble recovery now. And doing the smart thing, that was number 22.
Ethan Klinkner.
I tell you what, that young man, he had visions of picking it up and going for a score, didn't he?
Had a little bit too much butter on those fingers.
Yep.
Man, if he just would have got it, maybe even on the second one, he would have.
He might have been, but it was like playing basketball out there.
Yes, it was. He was dribbling it.
Yeah, he was. So a turnover on the fumble recovery here. This is number 2 on the turnover. The Bulldogs are going to drop back on the defensive side now, kind of back on their heels just a touch. Hunsinger and crew coming up in excellent field position. Here's O'Neal trying to get to the outside once again. There he is. And look at him go. He's down and in for the score. He broke to the outside on that off-tackle play, and he went right behind where I believe Zach Milsna was blocking.
Yeah, Zach Milsna over there, Jack Kleba, Gabe Peterson, and I think Klinkner probably is on a kick out on that too.
I'll tell you what, there was no stopping him on that one, and Cashton has the lead.
That brought back memories of at Bangor last year.
No kidding.
I got to believe it's the same exact play.
Yep. And that was such a tremendous game.
It was.
Kind of feeding off that for both teams. They love doing that. Here is Hunsinger. He's going to lob one up. He's got his man knocked down. Great defensive play over there by Brock Nelson. He just jumped up and punched it away.
That was a great defensive play.
My goodness. 19-14 is your score as we swing back around on another tremendous run by Colin O'Neal. 19-14 your score. We'll return in just a moment.
Rules and the pro NFL rules. So I don't know. You know, isn't it in the NFL you get it 30 yards from the spot of the kickoff?
There was some crazy thing, yeah. Well, they're going to put this one on the 35. So the Bulldogs in excellent field position here. Will try and get themselves reestablished here in tonight's ball game. 3:16 to go in quarter number 3. Benji Clary, the quarterback, with his backs in I formation. The turn. Clary going to the outside. He'll toss the ball down in the dirt. He was being chased down by somebody over there. That was
Brett Hammerspot.
I was going to say it had to be one of the Hammerspot boys.
Came from the middle linebacker spot.
He was an eyelash away from making the tackle. I think Clary could feel
the breath.
Steps, the breath.
Yeah. The steps.
Yeah, he was right on his tail. Second down now. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. 3:11 to go in the quarter. And they'll get the encroachment call. So instead of 2nd and 10, it'll be 2nd and 5 now. Thanks going out to the Viroqua Dental Center. Thanks to Dr. Leanne Klum. For your next great smile, have all your dental work completed by Dr. Klum. And our thanks also to the Viroqua Food Co-op. Well, what a place to go there when you're looking for meals, healthy food selections. It's your full organic grocery store, downtown Viroqua. Taking a look now, Clary dropping back to pass. Under some pressure, takes a hit. The ball is incomplete. If he did catch it, he ran out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. It might have been caught.
Yeah, it's so hard to see all the way across the field.
Yeah, that was Burnley, by the way, coming out of the outfield, coming out of the backfield. I'm still in baseball mode a little bit. Third and 5 now. And here is the turn. The handoff is going to be Scallon. He's got his first down as he slides across to the 50-yard line. Well, they needed that first down just as a kind of a confidence builder, if nothing else.
I agree with you, Ken. Yeah. Get
kind of back on their heels a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
You know?
Yeah.
Cashton, I tell you what, they're that explosive type team that you never dare count them out. Here's a turn, the handoff. This is Scallon once again. Gets to the outside and dives across the 45 down to the 43.
Brady Hemmerschbach in on the tackle there.
2.5 left in the quarter, and the clock continues to move here. Second and 4 as they're lined up right in front of us. Shotgun formation. Burnley trying to spin out of that. Oh, the ball is lost, but I think they blew the whistle. I heard a whistle before that, and tell you what, there's going to be some upset people on that far sideline. That whistle blew just a little too quick.
I would agree with you.
And I'm saying that because it did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just point blank. And once he started blowing it, then he really had to blow it.
Yeah, you know, the momentum was just getting stopped by the running back. It's a close call.
Yep.
But being a Cashton guy, it was the wrong call.
Here is the snap here now. It's going to be Scallon pushing his way forward. Look at this young man go. And they're going to give him the forward progress to the 40. And if they do that, it'll be a first down. Well, that was all Scallon right there.
It was. That was a tough run. Oh.
.137. We got a timeout here?
Yeah, number 70 is a little conditioning issues.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. You're going to go off the field here.
In this heat tonight.
Well, I tell you what, it's tough out there, folks.
You know, first game of the season.
Yep. All right, they're ready to go. Clary. Under center, here's the handoff, driving forward, and now being pushed back. That was Scallon.
I think Riley Verkin was in on that, and Ethan Klinkner, Jack Kleba.
Klinkner, I like what he did there. He reached down and grabbed the arm, hand, or whatever of Scallon and helped him up.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of, I like that. It's just, it's like wrestling. You know, you go out of bounds, you help the guy up and pat him on the back and say, let's go at it again.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's what they did there. So here is a handoff. Oh, and he's going to go down. At the line of scrimmage, no gain, maybe even a loss. Burnley not able to break free of a tackle.
I think that was Esden Schrader on that tackle.
He really got in there.
Yeah, chased him right down.
Yep. Now it's 3rd and 8.
Another crucial play in the game here.
35 seconds, and the clock continues to move. Now down to 30. Quick outlet pass. Now it's a flea flicker.
Boy.
Oh, they got a man wide open, and he dropped it. Oh, my goodness.
Nelly.
Was that Nelson again?
I see a 2, but I don't see the other number.
I can't see if that's a 3 in there. If it is, yeah, it is. It's Brock Nelson, and he has just got to be feeling terrible right now. That was such a great little call, and they had him 5 yards all by himself.
You know, and that pass had a lot of zip on it. It got there in a hurry, you know, and maybe these lights aren't quite the brightest.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a little dark on the outside. They're going to go for it here on 4th and 8. There's the snap. Looking downfield, they have the outlet man. That is Scallon, and he stopped short. Boy. Somebody was a Lone Ranger out there, Scott, and they did their job.
I can't think if that was Brady Hemmerschbach, number 12.
I wonder if
I saw the 2 and I thought Ethan Klinkner, but
oh, I tell you what, Hemmerschbach was tough right there. So a turnover on downs with 13 seconds remaining here in quarter number 3.
we were hoping for tonight. It's a one-score game going into the fourth quarter. Both teams have been playing well.
They really have.
You know, you haven't been having very many mistakes.
Yeah.
I guess a few drop balls.
Here's a handoff, and defensively it's going to be a stop. That'll be the end of the quarter. Our thanks going out to Vasatag Funeral Home. Thanks to Jay Vasatag and family. You know, the loss of a loved one is always a very, very stressful time. But turn to Jay Vasatag and Vasatag Funeral Home in the time of need. Well, Scott, as you mentioned, it's a one-score ball game here, and I think both teams would be happy with being in this situation right now. But the Bulldogs at home obviously would like to come up with a win here, and Eagles working tough one more time as we move to the fourth. Let's take a quick break, and we'll come back with quarter number 4 in just a moment. And the Eagles out in front with the lead here. They have the ball on the 34-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. Hunsinger, and they're going to do the quick hard count, and a couple of Bulldogs jumped in the middle.
We had somebody jumped on the offensive line, too.
Oh, boy. That might be why they jumped, huh? But I tell you what, that quick hard count, you talked about that before. And this time around, though, it'll be 5 yards the other way. In that middle, it was 50 and 51 in Marchwick and Self. They jumped. There's no question about it. And but somebody drew them off.
You know, and it is a case where, well, you know, you obviously don't want Cashton to jump here, you know, and get the penalty. But now Ithaca does have to think about it a little bit too, even though it was unsuccessful. So
2nd and 15 now. Still the 12 minutes on the board. Here's a pass to the outside. It's caught, and Manning with the tackle. That was Lincoln. Nice coverage there. Short carry on the catch. A gain of only a couple of yards.
Catch was by Lincoln Kling. So
2 Lincolns out there.
Yeah.
How about that? We got 2 Lincolns and 2 Jacobs. My goodness.
And they've been meeting each other quite a bit tonight.
Quite often, yes. So 3rd down and 8. I guess was a pickup of 7. Here's a pass to the outside, another great catch, and a spin, and a nice job in there on the coverage coming up from that safety position area. That was number 85 and Lucas Weitzel.
So I was hoping Connor Butzler there could make a little bit move and get upfield, but just not quite enough. It was a good defensive play, and that's what...
He did pick up about 3 yards.
Yeah.
And they are going to drop back into punt formation. Ball on the ground, but picked up nicely by Hunsinger. And fair catch. Beyer was right there with Brock Nelson. And it'll be a 1st and 10 going the other way. We'll take a little bit of a break here as we shut the camera off. But we'll keep our mics up and running just a little bit.
Yes, yes.
That defense, and credit the defense for Cashton. Here's the handoff, and it's going to be Scallon, who's pretty much a marked man when you stop and think about it, as he rolls off.
Yeah, he's about the only one that carries the ball. Well, they all carry the ball, but he sure is the workhorse.
He's like the main guy. Burnley will come back in. Coming out was number 36 here, and Berkram, or Berkram, maybe it's Berkram. Clock moving along now at 10-minute mark. So not really in the favor of the Bulldogs here, unless they get a score. Here is Scallon. He breaks free.
Fumble.
Now the ball is on the ground, and it is going to be Cashton. It is Cashton football. The ball bounced forward, and it was a matter, could they get it before it went out of bounds?
Yeah, that's what I was worried about, that it was.
But they were able to get to it, and now it's the Eagles who can make a drive to try and cinch this ball game. Somebody coming from behind did a great job of punching the ball out. Scallon was heading up with a lot of steam.
All right, so Cashton's got the ball, 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. They got Connor Butzler out to the left, 81, and single back in the backfield. Handoff to the right. And not much of a gain there. Number 50 came in and made the tackle again.
Marchwick and Manning and 51 in there, and Self. I tell you what, those guys, they have been rock solid. Anything that's been going positive for the Eagles was like O'Neal hitting off tackle and then breaking to the outside.
Yes, exactly.
Thanks going out to those sponsors. It's the Westby Co-op Creamery. Boy, what a job they continue to do with organic and conventional dairy products. Oh, a flag coming in late here.
All kinds of flags.
It's like 2 different markers going in. Over here on this side. There was Manning and Marchwick again over there. I think part of me wants to say somebody was holding Manning, but I couldn't swear to that. There's too many 5s over there.
Yeah. That's about the only way you can stop Manning, though, is if you hold him, I think. So that's probably...
Well, those things will happen. That's always, too, is kind of a good sign in one way, because people are saying, hey, we got to stop you somehow.
Yes. Oh!
Wow.
Talk about threading the needle there, huh?
Quite the pass. That was that
Jack Kleba met with the pass. There was that pop pass, but it was a little bit farther downfield this time.
Kleba with showing some hands and some power.
Yeah, right. He's a big guy, isn't he? I mean,
he is, yeah.
You know, you see 88 out there, and he looks like a tight end.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 1st and 10, Scott. Back to you.
1st and 10, 8:34 left in the game. We got Dylan Byers splitting out to the left here, and two fullback and a linebacker, or a running back, tailback. Double goal that time. Somebody missed the end there, missed Manning.
Guess who?
Yeah, guess who?
That was quite the play there.
Yeah. So it's going to be 2nd and 12. And we'll see what Cashton wants to do here, whether they try another pass or try to pound it. Either way, you got to keep the clock moving. You'll see the field judge out in the back there.
Yes.
I believe, is that what they call him?
I think so.
He'll let you know when you get to 10 seconds left in the play clock.
Then they start moving.
And then at 5, they'll start moving.
5, okay.
So at 10, he puts his hand up, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, he just put his hand up.
Okay.
And now Jacob's kind of taking his time, the quarterback. He just started counting, and we'll see if they can get the corner here, Colin. And hopefully he can stay in bounds, but he did go out of bounds to stop the clock. It's hard when you're right on the ends or right on the sideline like that, to stay in. And Ithaca's coming from the inside out. They're going to naturally push you outside.
Yep.
3rd and 6 here. 7:22 left in the game. Cashton 19.
Thanks to the Westby Co-op Credit Union, WCCU, Kevin Hauser, who is an old Ithaca grad, taking care of business there with all the facilities, 9 facilities now. Nice grab.
He was down.
Yeah, I thought he was down, yep. That was a good grab.
But
just a real good catch there.
First down, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving the chains. Well, that's just what you need. Now, Ithaca's got the clock running while they were still setting the chains, but that's okay for a Cashton fan. I know Ken, you would have been screaming, but I'm okay with it.
You're okay with that?
We'll see if those 2 seconds make a difference
there
in the end,
Right.
I doubt it. But
I'm kind of doubtful on that, yeah.
But it's fun to joke about it. False start. I saw something on the line, but I don't know where it was.
Yeah. Well, thanks to all those sponsors. We've been able to get through those sponsors. I do want to add, though, we have one more, and I promised that we'd put her on tonight. It is Main Street Design. That's Leah Kroom. Appreciate her coming on board as a new sponsor here with Western Wisconsin Video Productions and the broadcast and stuff. So, Leah, thank you so much. Leah is the person that I go to. If I don't have my mom cut my hair, I go to Leah. So it works out pretty well. So thanks again, Leah, for coming on board. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my.
Somebody took a shot. Was that 67? In Kleinsasser? Somebody lowered the boom on Jacob Hunsinger. He's going to feel that one.
Yeah. 2nd and 15 here. Looks like Dylan Byer and Connor Butzler are coming into the game.
And Kleba goes out.
So we got the little speedy guys in. Well, I shouldn't say little, but we got the speedy guys in.
Yeah, they're not little.
No. But you see with this passing, Ithaca's had to back up their linebackers now.
Yeah. Making a defensive play was Nelson.
And that was a nice pass by Jacob. I mean, he threw it before Kling made his cut out.
Yeah.
So they're getting their timing down, and
I thought that Brock Nelson did a nice job of closing that gap.
He did.
Because he had a good 3 steps on the defense.
Yeah, he did. And he has seen that play a few times now tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So he's reading it and diagnosing it.
But watch out, he goes out and then down.
Yeah. Here we go. Little quarterback sneak. Well, that was a nice chunk of yards there.
Boy.
Make it a manageable 4th down.
4th down and about 3.
Yeah, they really did. I would say 4th and 4 here on that one.
What 24-yard line?
Yeah.
So this is a big play here.
5-10 and counting.
Yep. We'll see if they try to, no.
Tried to get it over here to Byer. But was that Nelson again over there? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was.
He got in front of Byer, and Byer nearly reached over the top to make the grab.
That would have been a you got mossed play there if Byer could have got that.
Exactly. Right. Well, now it's interesting because with 4:51 to go here, the Bulldogs will take over on downs. And we'll see what Ithaca can come up with here as they trail by 5. Up under center. Now it's going to be a shotgun formation. High snap, but it's going to be a carry here. And it was not Clary. Let's see who it was coming up from underneath. It might have been Burnley. It was.
21, yeah.
Will Burnley in that shotgun formation. So a little bit of a, what do they call that, a scat back kind of play?
Yeah, I guess so.
Burnley will stay in. Now Clary comes up under the center. The handoff, it's going to be Scallon pushing forward. Somebody trying to rip the ball out again. That is going to be
James Hunt.
Yeah. You can see him going after the ball.
Yeah.
Which is, a good defensive play.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to hold the ball out there a little bit while it's time to rip it out. Rivera goes out of the ball game. Ball on the ground, and Clary will just pounce on it. Save the down.
Well, now we're at 4th down.
Boy.
So
that's a tough one.
Definitely a crucial play in the game here. Ithaca's going to call a timeout. Talk about it.
They had to do that with 3:41 to go. We'll take a break and come back and see what the Bulldogs can do in a 4th and 4 in the 4th quarter. Now for the Bulldogs, and the Eagles looking to try and rise up and make a stop.
This is the biggest play of the game right here.
Here's the pitch. It's going to be
double pass again.
Yep, here we go. They got a man. It's tipped by O'Neill. Trying to get the ball to Keller, and at the last moment, O'Neill tipped it away. What a defensive play right there by Colin O'Neill.
No doubt. That's so seeing that, I knew there was another senior from last year that I was kind of forgetting about. Aiden Cook.
Oh, yes.
My God.
Yes. Defensively?
Yes.
Holy smokes.
At the end of the game, I don't know, in the last, when it was junior year and the senior year, I don't know how many game-winning interceptions he had.
Yeah, he's excellent.
All right. Just got to be smart here. Get a 1st down.
Somebody thought the ball was on the ground, but I don't think so. And here comes Ithaca's, at least their 2nd timeout.
Yeah.
With 3:25 to go. And now it's all about clock management right now.
Yes. I don't know. It did look like guys were scrumbling around a little bit down there.
Yeah.
For something, but.
Well, let's take a little break here, and we'll see what happens coming right back to the ball game. Looking for a 1st down here now. It's all about clock management and managing the play calling here for Cashton.
Well, Ithaca's called their last timeout, so.
Yep. That brings up a 3rd and 11, maybe even 3rd and 12 now.
What do you think you do here, Ken? Do you go throw a pass for the 1st down, or do you just let your defense, Ithaca hasn't scored at all in the second half here. So.
Yeah, and the clock won't start until the snap. So if you snap it, you can run off, 35 seconds? You could be under the 3 minutes. You'll be at let's say 2:40, and not have to snap it again until about 2:20 is kind of in my head.
Yeah, right. Actually, I was a little confused here. I guess it is only third down, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can chew off
A good minute.
Yeah, you can.
I would think, even with this timeout being called. So yeah, that's going to be a tough one. But the big one right now for the Bulldogs is they need to come up with a stop.
They do, yes.
3rd and 12. Go ahead, Scott.
Looks like we got a pass. And now, so that's what you run into throwing the ball.
Yep.
But I do think you had to try it, get the first down. But now Ithaca's got a little bit more time on the clock. But
no timeouts.
But no timeouts.
That was Adam Kepler with the interception, by the way. So the Bulldogs with a opportunity here on their home field in the opening ball game of this 2021 season. It's been a great one. These two teams, I don't know what divisions they're in down the road, but that'd be nuts if they saw each other again.
Oh, no kidding, right?
They'll put a man in motion, looking downfield. Here's a quick toss, and it is incomplete.
Oh. Looks like we must have pass interference, huh?
Wow, they were going for Chase Keller. He was slow to get up. He was sandwiched between a couple of defenders, and I tell you what, trying to thread that needle, Clary, he showed a pretty good pass.
Oh, that was a bullet.
They're going to step this one off. It's going to be enough for a first down. 3:09 remaining.
So, I don't know that last drive for Cashton. I don't remember when they got the ball, how much time was left when they got the ball, but with Ithaca calling 3 timeouts, they really didn't run that much time off the clock.
I think it was not even a minute, to be honest.
I agree. It seemed like it was 3-something when they got it.
That's what I thought, too. Here is the turn, the handoff, and Scallon, driving forward. Is that Kling again on the stop, 88?
Yeah, Kling,
or Kleba, I mean.
Kleba, yeah. They both start with K. It's kind of hard to...
I'll get my tongue tied up on that for a while.
Yeah, right.
So 2nd and 5 on the pickup. Scallon again. He's got enough for a first down, and he gets inside Cashton territory right on the 45. Clock continuing to move here. Actually, it stopped. They'll move the chains, and then they'll wind it up. There you can see the clock moving, and the Bulldogs coming back to the line of scrimmage. Here's the turn, the handoff. Scallon once again driving forward, still on his feet. Excellent second effort there, maybe even third. Trying to follow the block of Jacob Manning. Well, he was running right up his back, and that's what you got to do.
Yes.
And Jacob's probably saying, try to follow me here. See what we can do.
The Ithaca offensive line is definitely getting a push right now.
Again, Scallon trying to spin out of that one. Brought down. O'Neal was there, but the initial hit, first hit.
Ethan Klinkner again.
Just a little animal.
Must be something about that Ethan name, right? Yeah, Ethan Anderson from last year, linebacker, now Ethan Klinkner.
He's going to take over. Going to take over the Ethan role.
Yeah, exactly.
First down. Scallon on the carry. Another spin move. Picking up very close to a first down here. 1:43. And they'll move the chains once again with another first down, Scott. This is crazy. Now a timeout by Cashton. I think that's a good call.
I do too.
Right.
Get these guys regrouped a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. You have to do that. Now, it is an advantage also here for the Bulldogs because they don't have any timeouts, but when you stop and think about it, they have all of the momentum in the world.
Yeah, they're at home.
Yep. Crowds behind them now.
Crowds behind them. They got the big offensive line.
And a good timeout here by head coach Jared Hemmersbach to try and slow down that running attack by the Bulldogs. Well, taking a quick look here as we go back, at this whole football game has been so tight, Scott. Ithaca struck first, but then Cashton comes back. They pick up a touchdown on a pick six and take the lead on the extra point. And then it's just back and forth, but Colin O'Neill with a couple of big touchdown runs that propelled Cashton to this point and a 19-14 advantage.
Yes, exactly. It's what you want for a first game of the season, isn't it? You know.
It is something else. Here we go. The turn, the handoff, Scallon again, as we suspected, and he's going to be stopped there by
Ethan Klinkner.
Clary gets the play call. Benji hustles back in. 1:22 and counting. They should get the snap off here with about 1:15. Well, that's not going to happen. Maybe 1:10. And they get the Eagles to jump, but now both sides are saying somebody moved, so they got to count this one out here and sort it through.
Hey, false start on Ithaca.
It's on Ithaca. Brock Nelson comes out. Coming into the ball game, that is 85 in Whitesell. Clary gets the call, and the clock is moving. We'll hit the minute mark at this point. The turn, it's going to be Scallon. Bunched up right away. Big Zach Milsna. Who's underneath?
Esden Schrader.
Oh, he's the one who really made the stop.
He is, I tell you.
He plugged that hole like there's no tomorrow, and all of a sudden, look back at that timeout, Scott, and what that did.
Yes, exactly.
It stopped the flow of the game. Looking back, here's a toss. Oh, it's a wobbler. It's going to be knocked down. Well, it's fourth down. 25. Oh, my goodness. 25.7 seconds on the game clock. No timeouts here. And the play call coming in from the sideline. Clary, Burnley, Kepler, and Nelson into the ball game.
Here we go. 4th and 15 for the game.
Hand slap. Flag is flying. The toss, it is incomplete. Now the flag way over here. I think it's on the Bulldogs, as I saw the Eagle coaching staff saying they're going to decline. Yep, they decline it, and that'll be the game. That'll take care of things right there, as Cashton is going to come away with the victory. 19-14 with 20 seconds to go. 5 seconds ran off on the clock there, Scott, on that particular play. And the Bulldogs going to lose the opener here on their home field.
And now we're going to have the most beautiful play in the game, the victory formation.
The victory formation.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do is get the clean snap. Hunsinger will step back, kneel down, and they'll go and shake hands. But what a game. There it is. The Eagles are going to come away with a big win here tonight as they take on the Ithaca Bulldogs. These two teams are going to make some deep runs, I think, in the tournament series. This is a quality game here tonight that we saw.
Oh, I agree with you. This I'm just so excited. I'm a little bit hard to talk right now because obviously I'm glad that Cashton won, but either way it would have been if Ithaca would have came away with it, it's just what you want. It's a great start to the season by both teams.
Both teams are going to take a lot from this game and run with it from here on out for the rest of the year.
Yes.
The Bulldogs travel to Potosi next week, and Potosi, Cassville, they've got a great program. So it could be a tough 2-week start here for the Bulldogs. You just never know, especially where you have to go on the road to a tough team. And then you got Highland, who's in the conference, and they're great. And, it's just going to be one of those seasons where you just buckle down and say, here's what we got to do to regroup.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, on the other side of things, for the Eagles, they too have got to say, hey, we just beat a quality team here, but what do we have to do to improve? Because we cannot sit on our laurels. We haven't really won anything yet.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. Hillsboro, they're a rivalry school. They're not in our conference this year. They always have been. It goes back to my days when I played 20, 30 years ago. It's always been a tough matchup between Hillsboro and Cashton. And then it carries over into the basketball and the volleyball and the girls' basketball too. So Hillsboro's going to be ready to come next week. And that game is going to be Saturday at 1 o'clock.
At 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Oh, is that 1 or 2 now? Did they move it up to 1?
I thought it was 1.
Okay. Because I was trying to remember some emails, and I remember 1, I saw 2, so we'll have to check on that, and we'll try and get a schedule out to everybody so that they can be sure to tune in. And Scott, you and Nick Butzler are going to take over the reins for me. I appreciate that. I'm going to be busy with taping a wedding, and then I have to attend to one after that. So we're going to turn the tables and let you take care of business here for me next week, and I really do appreciate that and appreciate you being here tonight, helping us out here, game number 1 of 9. This is going to be a fun year.
It is. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great.
It is.
So, well, the final score here, once again, 19-14. The Cashton Eagles, you can see, getting some neat congratulations going on out there. They come away with the victory. Scott, any final thoughts here before we call it a night?
Well, you can tell it was a home loss here because the scoreboard got shut off pretty quick.
Right away, yes, it did.
When it's a win, it kind of stays on till about midnight or so. At least that's the way in Cashton it is.
I remember seeing that. That's funny.
But yeah, I think both teams can hold their head high this. I mean, Ithaca played it was a great game.
It was.
To start the season, I'm so happy for both teams.
Yeah.
Both sides played well.
Right.
It's just Cashton had one more play than Ithaca.
I think that's a good statement. They had one more play. They had Colin O'Neill picking up 2 touchdown runs on some pretty good jaunts, and that really wound up being the difference in the ballgame.
Yeah, they had that fumble recovery, and then Colin scored on the next play.
Yes.
And those are tough for Ithaca to overcome, or any opponent.
Right.
But Ithaca did a good job overcoming that, and they're just a few plays away at the end here. So
it's something else. Well, they got things to work on, and we hope that you enjoyed watching this Western Wisconsin Video Production LLC of Ithaca and Cashton football. What a game here. 19-14. The Eagles come away with the win. For Scott Peterson, I'm Ken Manning saying thanks so much for watching, everyone. We look forward to bringing you next week's game from Cashton. Sounds like it's going to be on the practice field behind the elementary. We hope to see you there live, or you can check us out on Channel 2, the Cashton School Channel. Thanks again, everyone. Thanks to those sponsors. Say hi to them and thank them for their support. See you next week out here on the Gridiron.